What's up? It's worm time, bitches. So, last week we just spent I think 2 hours just walking around this plaza talking to people. So, we're going to do more of that with 100% more worms. I know we have to go in here because Kieran was telling me what to do in the chat last time. So, let's do it. Oh, I forgot to open my energy drink. That's been my thing lately. I keep forgetting to open them prior to the stream, so you guys have to listen to me loudly crack open a cold one. How's it going, Fallon? My boy.
Hey, Nico.
As the worm turns. I in the description I made sure to put a hashtag worm gaming so any other worm gamers out there know that we're playing a game with worms in it. Talking to our ass. He's wearing sunglasses inside like a badass. Let's show her the worm. I know what I have to do, but I want to show her the worm first. What's up, Saber?
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, George. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it.
What a worm cell. So true, George. So true. What's up, Claudio? How you doing? Kieran said that I have to get her to talk to him. How do we do this? So I guess I'll just talk to her about everything again.
Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightens me.
She's pretty stacked. You wouldn't know it from the first game.
His eyes, they're like a wild animal's, like a tiger.
Like a tiger.
That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We're way past the point where I should be bringing this up in conversation.
After you'd gone back to the States,
I'm playing with my graphic novel Gayhammer Rogue Trader with the new DLC Lex Imperialis, who gives Big Floyd into the game.
Zoo or something?
I'm sure you saw my tweet about Borderlands 4 and the Timekeeper, I think he's called.
Have you been eating those things, George?
Sure, they're great.
Worm gaming? Like Worms PS... Exactly. Sonic has some pretty intense worms, too, in Sonic Lost World.
Yes. It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
Look, this is the dart that almost killed you.
Do you recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
Oh, Saber, it's just a matter of where and when you expose the worm, that's for sure. You just gotta be very careful and delicate about it.
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, Georges.
Shitty-ass journalist.
He sure is ugly.
Also racist.
Take a look at this.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
Take a look at this.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubier's house.
Yeah, George is. I think Kieran said he's like a lawyer or something. And yet he's like remarkably broke.
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
All right, let's try talking to this guy. I know I also have to talk to the lady in the office. See if we can distract him with her feminine wiles.
I'd asked him all I'd wanted to for now.
I guess not. Okay. Nico, show him your sweaty tits in a tank top. Look at that 60 FPS when it rotates that disc. That's performance. You don't get that in modern games. I want to talk to these. Oh, I had to wait for Nico to step outside. Back into the office. We've talked to every single one of these sweaty foreigners, so... They didn't provide any useful information, except for the guy who had his legs blown off.
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare?
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The General has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the General and his sidekick are there.
Okay. So help me out, lady. What about this guy? Will he help me out? Can I have some explosives, please? Pretty please.
I guess a mining company must use explosives, right?
Not in the accounts and ledger section, to my knowledge.
Thanks for nothing, asshole. Alright, we talked to her. Let's try talking to the General one more time. Maybe, now that George has said he needs to get him out of the way, I can get him out of the way. What the hell's Nico? What the hell? Where'd she run off to? Alright, well, we already talked to the goat. That's very important. I know she wanted to bother the other guy at the desk.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm going to cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance? Oh, I get it. This is to detonate the truckload of explosives, right?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
So true.
Catch you later, Pearl.
So timely. Come on, let's go. My god, this game is running like ass! That's what I get for playing the PS1 version. The 144p voice acting, yeah.
Wasn't my style.
This is the long... Yep, of course it is. Where else do you think I got this game from? I'd never heard of Broken Sword until I met Kieran. How's it going, Carver?
I had nothing else to ask him.
He betrayed me. He lied to me about the explosives. Let's try talking to old Stumpy over here one more time.
I had nothing more to say.
Yeah, me neither. I wouldn't talk to a guy with no legs either. He's probably begging for change. There was a lot of... Yeah, I know. Where is Kieran? Like, I've been tweeting about Broken Sword all day, and he's been like, oh, I'm a sleepy little Irishman. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I don't know why he's not going. There we go. Come on, George. His homunculus? No, he's my homunculus. Kieran is gone, unfortunately. He couldn't be bothered to turn up for the Broken Sword stream. Let's talk to this guy for a second.
I wasn't going to try investigating the past.
Do we have anything else we can talk to him about? Can I talk to this guy?
I'd like to visit your prisoner. Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To that, he is to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Kieran has escaped containment. He's somewhere loose in Ireland.
Gonna hear about this. I thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
Okay, then.
So long. I'd asked him all.
Okay. I can't ask him anything. Let me see if I could pull this map down again. Kieran is on the loose.
Senor. Sorry, I forgot.
Oops. Alright. Can I tell Nico to distract him yet? I don't know exactly what sequence of events I have to do in order.
There was nothing else.
Okay, so I've literally spoken to her about everything. I've spoken to that guy about everything. Off we go. We gotta find someone else to talk to about stuff. This is the gameplay, what you would call a gameplay loop of the adventure game, is just talk to everyone about everything that you possibly can.
I had no more to...
Alright, we talked to her about everything. Let's talk to the musicians. Hey guys, your buddy's in prison. Can you help me get him out?
I had nothing else to...
I'm investigating a weird rock.
Go away!
Oh, well, fuck you. Just because I showed you a cursed stone doesn't mean I'm evil.
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
See.
Hey! Mind the footwear, lady.
So true. I love how George goes to a foreign country and is an asshole to everyone. Okay. Let's head back up into the office. Sounds like Morrowind. I've only played a little bit of Morrowind, and I got stuck very early because I couldn't figure out the combat. I'm sure I could figure it out now. This was like 10 years ago. I've only gotten better at gaming. Unlike Darkside Phil, who seems to somehow get worse. I'm not playing this on like a smaller display. What's wrong with me? That's better. Alright, lady. I need all your bombs. See if there's anything I can steal from her desk.
I had nothing else to talk about.
George has better manners than most tourist streamers in Japan. True. He's just solving a mystery. He's not he's just kind of an obnoxious normal American. He's not a criminal. Depending on your definition of criminal, he steals a lot.
Sure. He covered behind the boss. But she won't let you have it.
I'll use my charm.
This I gotta see.
Talk to all these Indians. They're not Indians, but they look like it. Hey, buddy. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked your coworker.
I'm looking for a detonator.
Oh my, that's dangerous. I mean, are you qualified to handle those things? I don't know how you can work with explosives. I'd be too scared of blowing myself up. That's why I work in an office. Mind you, clerical duties are not as safe as you might think. You know those things you use to remove staples? You know, staple removers?
Look, I sympathize, but I've heard enough of this crap.
What a dick. Let's show him my... I'm not showing him anything, I'm just asking him about it.
Detonators in the office?
I don't know. I'm new here.
Thanks for nothing, dickhead.
In fact, I started this morning. I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to be doing. Are you familiar with accounting software?
I'm gonna lie.
Yeah, sure. Which package are you using?
It's called Link. The guy who wrote it must be a lunatic. Every time I save a file, it plays a silly tune, and a little cartoon piglet dances across the display.
So what's the problem?
Well, none, I guess. But it's not what I'd expect from a professional accounting package.
Okie dokie. Let's try talking to this bimbo again. Morrowind is fully tied to your stats. If you put points into long swords but use a dagger, your chances of hitting the enemy are very low.
To talk about.
Okay. Let's see. I think that's just going to take me to the exit. Right? What's up, Wayne? What can I show her? Can I show her my worm? Try the worm on her.
She wouldn't have been interested.
That's not true.
She wouldn't have been interested.
Okay. What else can I show her? This is a lipstick. You want this lipstick, lady?
She wouldn't have been.
Maybe 96 degrees outside, but I'm hanging with all you cool kids. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had the opportunity to go for a swim today, but I'd rather be gaming.
She wouldn't have been.
Alright, she's not interested in any of the crap in my pocket. She's not interested in my worm. She's not interested in the lipstick. If they're not interested in if a woman isn't interested in your worm, just leave. And that's what I'm doing right now. Getting the heck out of Dodge because this woman doesn't like my worm. Right, which of these people can I talk to about worms? I don't think I talked to this, like, guard over here.
Welcome to Paramonte.
Can't I just game from a mini pool and stream from that? I mean, I've thought of it. I thought of just streaming from my phone. Okay, hey. Look at this.
He wouldn't be interested.
I'm trying to talk to him about this. The boat.
When's the next ship out of here?
But, senor, don't you like our beautiful country?
I love it.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little piece of paradise right here on Earth.
I know you're lying to
Then
me.
why you wanna leave?
I'm just plain homesick. Like it says in the song.
A word of warning, senor. If you feel like bursting into song, bite your tongue.
Huh?
There are official restrictions on music in Guaramonte.
How come music is restricted in Coramonte?
It is part of a great cultural enrichment campaign.
Oh no, cultural enrichment.
Traditional Caramonte music is considered unsuitable for these fast-moving times.
Let me introduce you to the wonderful world of
One
worms.
category of music is suitable.
One day I'll make it to Wormtopia, yeah.
Easy listen.
We all want to go to Wormtopia. Wormopolis even. Wormopoly. We want breaking their swords. I'm making zero progress in this game so far, if that helps.
Si, senor. The First Lady of Guaramonte.
I guess that's her picture I've seen on the posters, huh?
That's her. Quite a looker, no?
If you like big, middle-aged military women.
Si, senor. I do.
What a king.
So, what has La Presidenta done for this country, apart from emasculating its music?
Take a look around you, senor. The splendid docks, the walk-in shopping mall. But most of all, she has brought prosperity.
Where?
For the first time in the history of Caramonte, we have an export trade.
We've had enough. We're going back to the ship.
Okay. You show me your brown card?
Huh? What brown card
He's
is
asking
that?
for his N-word pass.
The official exit visa.
I'm still stuck in this village? Yeah, man, we're gonna be here a while. We gotta find the one thing I haven't clicked on. That's how these games work. That was some MCU, right? Yeah, but George is a lot edgier than any MCU character.
That guy just didn't look like he was going to help me.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what let's click around. There's gotta be something I haven't poked with an arrow. I already talked to all the brown people. Can I look at this picture? I don't think I touched that yet.
In Quaramonte, defacing a poster was probably a capital offense.
Well, I wasn't going to deface it. I just wanted to look at it, bozo. I don't think Pearl has anything else to say. Adventure games that can easily soft lock. So true. What if it was what if it soft locked on me and we don't even know?
I had no more to
Why did her sprite change after that little bit of dialogue? Let's see, can I look in these? I can look in the window, I think.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player. Hey, Miguel! He didn't hear me.
What if I look in this one?
The cell was vacant.
All right, so Miguel's in that. Miguel in the cell. All right. Let's give him some panties. Let's try to throw some panties in the. No. I'm just gonna keep clicking on things until I find something that. Oh, throw a worm at him. Worm was not the trick. Let's throw a poison dart at him. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. No. Did Iron Man have a sex scene? I don't even remember that. Miguel, have some dog treats. Look at my receipt. Look at this newspaper article. Put on some lipstick. That will get you far in jail. Throwing this cursed statue at you. I don't know. George, do something! Alright, the last thing I have is coal. Do some coal posting.
There was a forlorn...
No, he's just gonna repeat the same line. Okay. Ow.
Stealing trucks.
We're not stealing the truck, George. Can we ask Dwayne to move his ass out of the way? The Netflix shows had some. The only one of the Netflix show. Wait, no, I watched.
I had nothing else to ask him.
Watched WandaVision. It was okay, except the ending was really bad because I don't remember it at all. And then I watched Moon Knight, which I loved. Go figure, because I already liked Moon Knight. And then Agatha All Along was actually one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Stealing trucks.
Alright, we can't steal the truck. I've looked in the window.
Stealing trucks.
Alright, we've looked at Miguel. Has that altered anything in what we're capable of doing? We know he's in there. George, why are you walking this far? What the fuck are you doing? Go and get... I can't get the detonator!
I had nothing else.
Alright. Alright, I'll go talk to the lady about the detonator. Kieran just showed up. Don't let Kieran spoil the worm. I want to find out for myself what the worm is for. The worm is the key to all this, because he's a funnier character than we've had before. The Netflix shows? Oh, I haven't watched any of the Netflix shows. I watched like a few episodes of Daredevil and turned it off. You fucker, you spoiled the worm. Hey, there's a guy in jail.
I had nothing.
Right, can I just go in there?
Hey! Stay out of that cupboard.
Why?
I had nothing.
It sounds fine. Let me just make sure it's not too low, though. No, okay.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the guy.
Talk to the blue shirt. I just talked to him! I have an idea. Hold on. Where's my inventory?
He wouldn't be interested.
Fuck! I was sure that was gonna work. Stab him with a poison dart.
He wouldn't be interested.
Alright. Oh, look at that. Kieran's going, He's confused. So-called broken sword expert over here. Game audio is crap. I'm telling you, I think that's just the fact that this is the PS1 version. Because I don't hear any crackling. There's something I could try, though. Where can we go? Well, I looked at Miguel in his little prison cell. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Oh well. Really need to get the cop on the right to take Pearl on it. I know, I'm trying to get Pearl to do stuff, but she's being a bum. Yeah, I think the game is just bugging out because it's like running like ass. George, why do you keep walking like a mile away?
I had no more to...
All right. Well, I looked at Miguel. Maybe I can
Hey,
get
Nico.
Pearl to talk to this guy and be like, "Hey, that old lady wants a tour." Hold on, if the audio is an issue, I have one potential solution. Give me 1 second. This. All right. Let's see.
I had nothing else I wanted to ask him.
Fuck. Nico, you gotta go talk to that guy.
There was nothing else.
Okay. Let's leave. Let's see something real quick. Get the cop on the right chick, and the cop with the... Oh, yeah, I know the guy. The cop talks to Nico. Yeah, maybe I gotta talk to her outside. All right, let's get in a position. There we go.
Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general didn't want us to see it. Could you distract the general while I took a look at that chart?
Oh, I had to talk to her in a different room. Okay.
See the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, you'd make a great snake charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
7 minutes is all I can give you.
But it's your job.
Point and click slap? You can't say that when Kieran's in the chat. I have plenty of point and click slap I gotta get through. I'm just gonna be playing stuff in my backlog. Mouse slap? Well, we're playing this on the PS1 version. Right, Nico, go talk to him.
There was nothing else I wanted to
What the fuck, George? I love Nico's little portrait on the bottom. She looks like she's like 100 years old.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear. Anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
Si, Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Tobar.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
Alright, that's one guy. Now let's go talk to Pearl. Let's see if we can talk to him about Pearl first. Analog slap? No, analog slap is Ape Escape. Playing mouse slap, I play everything on console.
Would you take my friend to the ruins now the General's gone?
I'd be honored, Signor.
Thanks. I'll go get her.
They couldn't do me the courtesy of just having George call her from outside. All this game needed was a dodge button? Well, then at that point it would just be a Telltale game.
I've made the arrangements for you.
I'm gonna get a CGI cutscene too? Oh man, that's the best.
Great,
PS1
George.
CGI?
Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
So humble. Kieran, did what I did fix the audio at all? For your end anyway? Because like I said, on my end, I don't hear any crackling or anything.
Listen, sweetie. I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. But what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
The audio... I think that's just the game, bro. Like, because this is the PS1 version, so... it's just compressed to shit. Alright, now everyone's gone.
Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid. I prepared to search the police station.
First things first, let's do a quick save. Need a retro throwback Sopranos point and click where Gabagool is a key item. We need to get Telltale on that. That used to be their thing. Right now. Save. Inventory system, more weapons, a third or first person perspective, 3D models and world, different characters, different setting, different plot, different composer, a change in the art style. I love this game's art style. Audi is indeed ass. Audi is just BMWs for black people. Oh, he's gonna hang himself. What if I look at that first? Hey, can I take your rope?
I couldn't reach the noose. I'm George Stobart. You're Miguel the musician, aren't you?
Yeah, I know about the map, Kieran.
My career is finished.
I want to talk to him first.
Going to jail could be the boost your career needed.
Senor, I would rather die than live with this shame.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up for me to hang myself. Don't cry for me, Senor Stubborn. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is a
Have you
good
heard of a guy
game.
called Karzak?
Yes, the old man spoke of him.
The Foreigner? Professor Oubier?
Quantic Dream games are weird. They're like
Man, Karzak
like
is really
Telltale is like the middle ground between them because there's some adventure stuff in them and there's some of that like moral choice stuff, but like Quantic Dream games aren't even games. It's just talking and making decisions. I've never played Indigo Prophecy though. Thanks for nothing, dickhead. Alright, let's get the map. I want a retro throwback Breaking Bad FPS where he plays Jesse and has the piss filter 360 air graphics. Hell yeah, running on Unreal 3.
It looked like a geological survey map showing the land to the southeast of Quaramonte City.
Quaramonte.
About 60 miles inland and upstream was an area marked Teoculcan.
Teoculcan. Okay. That it? I can leave now? Whatever. Can I look at these guys' desks? Since they're gone? I want to fuck around with their stuff.
I didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games. I decided to leave the television switched on.
This one for? Nothing. It doesn't do anything.
I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's.
There's a little martini back here. Look at that. I was gonna go talk to Dwayne, Kieran. I hope you're all just comfy and vibing as I walk around a dingy third world town and talk to people. RE6 is amazing, Kieran. You're just being a hater. When am I playing Assault on Dark Athena? That is on my list, but my order of streams right now is this, Mass Effect 2,
I had nothing else to ask.
and then Black Mesa, because I swore to Metro I would play Black Mesa.
I had nothing more to say.
Alright, I guess I gotta go talk to the bimbo in the office. Real men prefer Escape from Butcher Bay? Why not both? Actually, it is both because they come on the same disc. I didn't finish Escape from Butcher Bay, though, because I thought there was a problem with, like, my monitor rendering the game. It was literally just a monitor being a piece of shit, so... At some point I'll have to play Butcher Bay again, but actually finish it. What did I say besides Mass Effect 3? Did I say Mass Effect 2? Look, man, I'm locked in the Broken Sword grind set right now. I'm not really, like, focused on Mass Effect. Dark Athena was supposed to be a DLC? I mean, I heard it's very short. Alright, let's talk to this guy in the cool shirt first. Yeah, Reslov is dying for me to finish Mass Effect.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the guy.
I'll get to Broken Sword eventually, but Metro has been trying to get me to play Half-Life for ages. Ooh, shit's going down when the music changes.
Police station. It's a map of Quaramonte.
Does it tell us where Ubier is heading?
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Ubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good.
Call center guys scamming the right on the right, scamming old ladies. Yeah, they're saying do not redeem,
Get him out of that jail.
even though they're in South America. Okay, can I take your dynamite now? He put that in the front of his pants. Alright, we got the detonator. They were developing Dark Athena to be a Butcher Bay expansion, and then the funding dried up and it was in limbo for a while. They only got funding for a Butcher Bay port, which became a remake. I'm assuming they got all the funding from The Darkness, which is the superior game. Yeah, I know. I had one day I really wanted to finish Road to Respect, and then some crazy shit happened. I forget what happened. Like that just blew up my whole schedule, which has just been like my my life for the past like 2 months is just every day I want to do something. It's like no, 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 no. Look, I got a detonator. Man with a clear mental illness.
Here is the detonator, Dwayne.
Keep your voice down, George. You want everyone to know. You'd best go and warn Miguel that the U.S. cavalry's on the way.
Miguel.
Okay.
Alright, let's go talk to Miguel. It's because Atari offered funding. Oh yeah, because 2K did The Darkness. Which is why we're never gonna get a fucking remaster, because 2K just like sits on anything that doesn't sell billions and billions of copies. Expansion for I assume it would have been an expansion for the PC version. If it was for Xbox, it probably would have been like on a separate disc or something. At least that's how I remember they did like the Halo map pack.
Hey, Miguel.
What is it? What is happening?
We're getting out of here.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force.
Nope.
The Impossible Missions Force.
Don't make me sick. Much better.
Who then?
A retired greetings card salesman from Ohio.
I'm doomed.
Oh fuck.
You're not the only one.
I should have known you'd be trouble the moment I saw you.
Look, I can explain everything.
Get in that cell, now.
And what if I refuse?
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am, going quietly into the cell.
Very wise, North Americano scum.
One of the reasons I hate guns so much is the way they make people so damn impolite.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Senor Stobart.
Go polish your weapon, Ronaldo.
Joke's on you, buddy. I still got my worm.
This was part of your plan, right?
Well, in a manner of speaking, no. I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.
Oh, do we have to play as Nico in this one? I know you got to play as her in the director's cut of the first one, and that's not canon anymore, according to Kieran.
So, here we are.
She's hanging out with Fabio.
You've changed.
I thought I would slip into something more comfortable.
The stench of cheap cologne rolled over me like tear gas.
You're glad I tried it? Of course,
So,
Kieran.
What do you want to know about me? Ask and I will answer. I will deny you nothing. I am a very giving person.
How nice for your friends.
Your eyes are glittering like stars.
His damn cologne was making my eyes water. I was running out of sofa.
As spirited as you are beautiful, I admire that.
As long as he admired it from afar.
Okay then, what do we do here? Let's touch the lava lamp. I love a lava lamp.
I didn't want the lava lamp.
What a bitch.
On close inspection, I noticed that the swordfish was peppered with machine gun bullet holes. The general was a real sportsman, and no mistake.
Did Tony retweet? No, I don't think he did. But I mean, probably isn't on Twitter as much as we are. He seems like a lot more normal.
I watch a lot of tawdry soap operas.
All right, let's ask him. Let's talk to him about some stuff. The South Americans do love a soap opera.
Lamp?
Sure, it's more impressive in the dark. I'll close the blinds.
No, don't do that. Not on such a beautiful day. Big fish. Catch it yourself?
Catch it. Fishing poles are for children.
Then are those bullet holes?
2 magazines on full automatic. It put up quite a fight.
I, love your TV.
Oh yeah, cool, no?
Let's look at other stuff in his apartment, if we can. Oh, we can go over here? Okay. What do we got? What kind of animal rug is that? Oh, we got a music change. What does that mean?
The tiger was beyond help.
That's a tiger? You know, I haven't pressed circle on anything yet.
A lava lamp, hip in a retro way. I had no doubt the general thought it was hip, full stop. A tiger skin lay on the floor.
Why is he watching, like,
Cutting-edge
porn?
technology in 1978, at any rate.
He's very judgmental of this, like, third world country being poor and a little bit behind the times. Can I leave?
I had to keep him talking. But what about? We had nothing in
Oh, there's a
common.
record player on the right. No, can't interact with that. There's 6 games. I think there's 5?
I didn't want the picture. It was a portrait of some thug in a uniform.
And the most recent one is, like, fairly recent, I believe.
That tiger skin. You didn't kill it yourself, did you?
Alas, no. I had to import a synthetic one from the United States. It is very comfortable to lie on. Naked.
So true. Me too, buddy.
Unfortunately, I'm allergic to man-made fibers.
Grandma!
Mom! What is going on here?
Nothing, Mom. I was...
I'm in uniform. And when I'm in uniform, it's...
Madame
La
Presidenta.
Presidenta.
Sorry, Madame la Presidenta.
Now, what is going on here?
Nothing, Madame la Presidenta. I was just showing my friend Nico some of the cool stuff I've got.
Hi.
Good afternoon, señorita. And just what are your intentions toward my son?
Intentions? We were just talking.
How nice. She has good bone structure, Raoul. Has she any brains?
She's a reporter.
Is she? And what sort of questions has she been asking?
I'm a freelance photojournalist. I do lifestyle features.
For what sort of magazines?
It looked safest to play dumb, with good bone structure. Hayat, Lifestyle of the Super Rich and Vainglorious, Envy Magazine,
Excellent. Raoul, you've chosen well for a change.
It was pretty obvious who pulled the strings around here. I hope George was making good use of the time I was buying them.
Oh, we're going back to George. Alright, that wasn't too complicated. I just had to, like, look at stuff, I guess.
And then it goes, fa 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 fa.
And when you were in this band of yours, you used to play that song for 2 hours?
Yeah, we were really famous at our college. Still, ours wasn't as good as the original version.
I have never heard that song before, yet I have no doubt that this must be true.
Oh, here he comes, finally.
Hey! Hey, George!
Dwayne Henderson. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. Get to the American consul and tell him I've been imprisoned without charge.
Get real, George. He was the previous occupant of that cell.
The song is Talking Heads, Psycho Killer.
We're gonna have to use good old American...
Bionicle had a good... Yeah, the Matanui online game. I used to love that. I played it all the way. I remember, like, waiting and waiting and waiting for updates for them to finish it.
Dwayne, listen to me. You'll kill all of us.
You're such a naysayer, George. It'll go like clockwork.
Is this the CGI scene, Kieran?
Negative to negative. Positive to positive. You gotta get the bare copper wire here. Let me just, damn. Alright, I'll just hook that up. There we go. Okay, just a minute. I've got to get to a safe distance.
Quick, Miguel, hit the mattress.
You have strange customs up north.
Here we go!
Too late.
Flatulent noise.
Are we dead yet?
Horse shit.
What happened?
Oh wow, some actual, like, expletives.
There ain't no explosives. My dumbass supplier must have given me organic fertilizer instead of chemical. All I got here is 400 pounds of lightly fried horse apples.
That's a lovely image, Dwayne. Never mind, I'll think of something.
Teased rolling guys or whatever they were called. Yeah, like those guys who are like they like turn into like a little ball. I remember that. I don't remember what they were called, but they were like bugs. All right, I don't have a key, but I have this. Give me the rope. I'm going to hang myself.
Reach the noose.
Bull Rock. Okay, I don't really remember
Listen
much
to me.
Bionicle
You
lore.
give me that rope and I'll get us out of here. Is there somewhere you can hide from the General?
Of course. My friends have a boat ready to take me upriver. But how are you going to break out of here with just a short piece of rope?
I'm not sure, but I'll think of something.
Give me the rope. Borak, yeah, they could headbutt. Yeah, they had like a little trigger on the back, and the head would shoot forward. I love those things, and they had like weird like rubber like masks that are supposed to be like parasites or something. All right, first things first. Look at my worm.
He wouldn't be interested.
Fuck. All right. Let's see. Tie it to this. Let me look around a bit.
Solid bars protected the small window. I wasn't getting out that way.
Kieran, keep your thoughts to yourself in the chat, okay?
I couldn't escape that way.
So let me figure my way out of this before you butt in.
It was the lock which held the door fastened. I didn't have the key to the lock.
Right, can I look at the bed?
That door looked pretty sturdy to me. The door was locked.
You know everything. I know you know everything about Lego. In case you guys don't know, Saber has he has a website where he sells custom minifigures.
Someone had thoughtfully provided little shades for the light bulbs. The rest of the prison area looked like an English public toilet. I couldn't reach the light.
But I have a rope. Damn it, George. Okay, what can I tie the rope to something in my inventory?
I don't think so.
Okay, I can attach the rope to something in my inventory, I think. By this.
Not such a good idea.
True, I guess swinging a poison dart around willy-nilly might be a problem.
No, that's wrong.
The implication is that George knows what to do next. He's just choosing not to tell me.
No, I had to think of something else. That was no good.
Okay, Sonic. What else is in the room? That's no good. Can I look at... Why can I look at the floor here? I can't. Okay. Looked at the window. I looked at the light. What about this light?
I couldn't reach the light. The light shades looked completely out of place.
I know everything about music. My name is Anthony Fantano. Thank God I've never, ever, ever watched that guy.
There was nothing I wanted to talk about right then. The door was locked.
Couldn't imagine actually watching him, though. What is the point of watching a review of music? It's like such a subjective thing. What's up, Bill? How's it going? We're stuck in prison. What's over here?
I wasn't going to demean myself by using the bucket until I was desperate. My very own slop bucket. Already I was feeling institutionalized.
Let's do a quick save. I don't want to walk into one of this game's very rare points where you can die and fuck myself. I really hate... I can't imagine the kind of person who likes Anthony Fantano. Have you, like, just... He has a very unlikable face. Saber and Kieran are making deals for Lego minifigs in the chat. Now, guys, if we hit the goal, we can order some fast food and I can get some McDonald's sent to my house. It's right down the road, but I'd rather they delivered it to me, you know? Hey, look at this.
He wouldn't be interested.
Slap confirmed. Kieran has to defend himself now that it's been confirmed this is point-and-click slop. No? He just shrugged at it? What if I put the worm in the bucket? Doesn't Phil have an actual... Are you talking about Phil or Anthony Fantano having a dent in their head? Alright, I'm gonna tie it to the bars, eh? Alright, I need to... I didn't want to go look at the door. I want to just, like, move out of the way so I can see what you did. Is Dwayne out there? Yeah, I can see him poking his fat Jim Sterling head through the window.
I had nothing else to ask him. Solid bars protected the small window. I wasn't getting out that way.
Duke Nukem needs to be made in this format. I mean, we've gotten a lot of different kinds of Duke games. I don't see why not. Could be fun. Alright, I need to, like, George, I need you to, like, go over here.
There was nothing I...
No, he's just standing at the window now, so I can't see anything. Dwayne does look like Jim Sterling. Okay. What if I, put this here? I took the rope back. You're leaving, Fallon? Alright, man.
Escape that way.
Have a good night. I'm holding the rope. What if I tie it to the door, right?
The door was locked.
Damn it, George! Alright, I'm gonna give it to Dwayne, I think.
Hey, Dwayne, I want you to tie this rope to your truck and then drive forward. I'd had no idea whether this was really going to work, but I'd seen it in a black and white Western. Of course, Hopalong was using a horse, and Dwayne had a 4-ton truck, but hey, the principle's sound.
Anything you say, George.
I don't know what to make of Adi Shankar's Duke Nukem yet. If he tries to make some, like, stupid political statement, he's already lost the plot.
Please forgive my mother. She can be a little difficult.
It's probably gonna be bad.
Raoul, propose you idiot.
Ooh, she took her shoes off.
Don't mind her. She just wants grandchildren.
Don't think I can't hear you, Raoul. I want the worthy successor, and you're not it. Propose now, or I'll do it for you.
Look, Nico, we haven't known each other very long, but...
The nearby crash of collapsing masonry.
What the hell was that?
I didn't know what was going on, but Georges had to...
Would probably be... It is kind of funny that Apogee Software was like, yeah, this guy's an asshole. They didn't even like dealing with him in what little interaction they had. Look, if Randy Pitchford has a say in it, it's gonna be amazing.
I ain't gonna say a thing, 'cause that sweet sound of falling masonry says it all.
Quick, senor, the river.
Huh? Wait, what about Nico?
Georges, what have you done? You only had to sneak a look at the chart, and it's turned into World War III.
No time to explain. Come on.
Don't move, terrorist scum. You talking to me, Junior? Yes, I'm talking to you, fat man, and my name's not Junior. A word to the wise, Junior. You carry on waving that pea shooter in my face, and the next person who sees it is going to be your proctologist. Savvy? General, I am happy to report that I have apprehended the terrorist.
You idiot! Not them! The other American and the French woman! They're the ones!
Oh yeah, I saw you ratioed Adi Shankar earlier today. Is this it? Is this the CGI scene? Look at that. Look at that compressed, like, 260p resolution. Does the entire series take place in this one village? No, the first one takes place in France and Ireland and Syria. The beginning of this game was in France. And now we're just, like, here, I guess. I've seen worse CGI at a PS1 game. I assume that was a fake out.
When I recovered consciousness, I was alone, washed up on the riverbank. My head was aching fiercely, and my mouth tasted like a swamp. At first, I thought the music I heard was in my head. Just my luck to wind up in paradise with a migraine.
We finally made it out of the fucking village. Thank God. I think that was like 3 hours. Move on, let's load already. PS1 disc. Or for all we know, it could have crashed. I don't know, because it's an old-ass game. I'm gonna give it another 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, I think it actually did crash. Oh no. Oh no! Let's see. We're just not getting any response. It's frozen. Oh no! It's frozen! Let me just see. The game, the system's still running. It's just the disc. Okay. Let me think. So I did save it right before, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna like see if I could skip the cutscene. Let me close it and reopen it. Give me a second. Oh wait, no, it's running. It's just it took a really long time. What the fuck? I'm glad I didn't then. Woo! I had to load all these amazing graphics.
But I followed the sound and discovered a treehouse in a nearby clearing.
Well, let's definitely save it after that. Alright, Kieran, have a good night. Elite block succeeded. This is... I'm still baffled by this ass-backwards save system. Cassette games load faster than that. Well, yeah, that's the problem. This was like a, you know, early disc-based game, so it's like, you know, PS1 games always like loaded pretty bad. I don't know. This was a bit worse than most, but that's because this is a PC game converted to PS1.
The sound of running water always made me need the toilet. I briefly considered diving into the crystal waters. Very briefly. It seemed to be working just fine.
What is this? It's like a water pump? I got like some like Final Fantasy IX music playing right now.
It was heavy. I guess that was intentional.
I always keep a book handy when playing a console game. I've never really had any issues with, like, it depends on the system. Like, the PS5 loads things instantly because it has a solid-state drive. And I've heard people talk about load times on Switch games, but I've never experienced, like, any egregious ones.
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary.
So what if I use both of them? Can I use the one on the right? No, he only uses the one on the left.
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained...
Final Fantasy was kind of like that for grinding. Well, what this specifically makes me think of, what's his name? Garland's theme from Final Fantasy IX.
Hello? Anyone home? I'd always wanted a treehouse like that when I was a kid.
Can I get that rope any which way? Let's look around. I don't think I can use it. What is this? It's like a little rustling bush.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
What if I touch them, though?
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Okay, there's two different interact buttons, but that one just had the same result.
It seemed to be... A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel.
Wooden box? Where's that? I thought of streaming Final Fantasy just because it's in my backlog, but I think like that would be like torture for you guys. Just a lot of grinding, a lot of like just like random spawns. Like I don't know how fun that is to watch someone play. Yeah, give me that whatever the fuck that is.
Vine rope could be useful. The machine was broken. The contraption consisted of a crude wooden wheel with wooden slats.
Okay, well now we have a vine rope. Vine boom sound effect. .wave. Alright, so I guess I gotta attach the vine rope to this thing. You waited a whole week to watch me watch paint dry. Yeah. That's adventure games, baby. I knew it! I'm so smart. I'm a
The
genius.
vine provided a drive belt to connect the two stones.
What is this, like, Land of the Lost ass contraption
Now I
to
have
do?
the contraption working.
It is a pile of leaves. Yeah, we have the contraption working, so, like, turn it. What the fuck? Why'd you turn it one time? Okay, what are we doing here? Like, what? Alright,
Two round stones.
okay, well, let's take that at least. Maybe there's something else I can hit this against.
It would look like a church if I could fasten this cross to it.
Very helpful, George.
I couldn't see any great benefit in sharpening the cross.
What if I put it in the leaves? No? Okay. No, that's the funny thing, Evan, is Kieran, like, insisted to me that this game was, like, super short. That has not been true at all. He lied to me. Okay, what can we do with our damp pile of leaves? Open it. Like, stick your hand in there.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Throw the worm in it. Alright, go over here.
The stones were too heavy to turn by hand.
What if I go this way? Can I go that way? I cannot. Do I just have to turn this thing like a dozen times? Alright, well, I don't see the benefit of this yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. We have a lot of weird contraptions and things. Evan really should play more adventure games, honestly. He's missing out. Childhood version of this game was called Hugo 3 Jungle of Doom. It was terrible. Look it up sometime. It took about 15 minutes to beat. Alright, let me put that on my little notepad here. Hugo 3, Jungle of Doom. Now, I was really akin to the Pac-Man 2 game on the Sega Genesis.
The machine was...
Alright, he's looking at that. I can't go back the way I came. Alright, we have a water pump. We have... What if I... Is there anything I can do with this thing? Is that the troll guy or whatever it was? I've never heard of the... Like, I was not an adventure game kid. I was a 3D platformer kid.
Would have torn the skin from my fingers if I touched it.
Iron rim of the water wheel. Okay. What if I put panties on it though? This is all well and good. What if I shove this like big stone in there? Oh, that was... What the fuck, man? Like, some of the stuff you have to do in these games is crazy.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Okay. Now they're dry?
The leaves were too damp to burn on their own.
Okay, what if I put this, like, little receipt in there?
The bank statement was just what I needed to kindle the damp.
Am I trying to burn someone's house down? Like, is that the goal here? The Hugo games were early 90s computer games. That's a lot of early adventure games. Like, Cliff Bleszinski made, like, a bunch of adventure games when he was a kid before he worked at Epic.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
You're burning my house down!
Quick, man! Put out that fire! I've got a sick woman up here!
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
That's peak George.
What do you want?
I'm gonna burn your house down if you don't answer me
My
yelling
name is
outside your
Stobart,
house.
George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death, and there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
That's my girlfriend.
That must be Nico.
All right, let's ask him 1,000 questions. Why do you live on an
Out
island?
here in the jungle.
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but... Well, you know what they say? Mysterious ways and so on.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
Robert is truly one of the most gaming protagonists of all time, starting a fire to get someone's attention. What a character. I mean, he does, like... We're offering people worms. I would have given this guy the worm first thing if they didn't restrict me to only 2 dialogue options.
Treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago.
What the fuck? You don't, like,
The
restock
dosage
anything? What is
people
wrong with you?
which they believe will counteract the poison.
Where can I find this route?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman of the village can tell us.
Let me ask you more about it
Can you
anyway.
show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a priest's collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Now I have to get this guy's collar pressed? What is, this is so weird.
In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
Time to take a sit down. Alright,
There
well,
was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest.
I already made this doohickey work, so I guess I'll just stuff it in there. The worm has not fulfilled its purpose yet. Hugo 3, Jungle of Doom, The
Hundreds
Dark
of miles
Ages.
from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
Come on, George. Let's get to work.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
This music is like going crazy for this shit. Here's your collar, bozo. Let's move.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh no. If I've been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
Well, let's talk about it. We're not in a
Oh,
rush.
Tell me what happened at the village.
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise. And in a moment of weakness, animal passion entered.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels. Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
The Johnny Bravo move.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past. Now you've got your collar back. Will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
The odds of it being someone else are astronomically low, but we still haven't seen her and don't know that it's actually Nico.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
We got the loincloth crew over here. This is some Resident Evil 5 shit.
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants.
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father. Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make.
I'm
I
afraid
didn't expect them to
can't
speak
stay.
perfect English.
Would
They
like
speak
to
better
order-
English than the people in Quaramonte.
That's a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
No, there's no one of that description here.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
I thought he just made up all those stories he tells. I never thought of him as being wise.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
Look at my worm!
Look, I know it's not much, but I want your shaman to have this.
Do you expect him to eat that?
He's an old man, you know. He might choke.
Okay, he's gonna want the fancy rock, right?
This stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right. It could be cursed.
The like pure American accents are very jarring.
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't. This comb could have 1,000 uses.
Yeah? Like what?
A protective helmet?
I don't think so.
Did he want dog biscuits?
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
Oh my god, that was really the solution? What the hell? Okay.
So, is this your first visit to our planet?
I am from the same planet as you. I'm from California. Why, we're practically neighbors.
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
That's it?
Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know?
Can I give him more dog biscuits?
There wasn't much point in sending the empty box back to the shaman.
Oh, I got the coal! Wait, what if I give him this? Are they gonna kick me out if I give them? I'm gonna give them this and see what happens. Is this colonization?
I didn't think the Indians would accept that gift.
Indians? No, I don't want that. I want to give them this.
I didn't think the Indians...
Gentrified us. Exactly, right? Oh, here we go. You're gonna love this.
I didn't think the Indians would...
What? They love underwear. What else can I offer them? Do you want the dog biscuits? Oh, I know what to do. I'm gonna combine the coal with the box.
No.
Oh wait, no, the coal is a completely optional thing that I don't need. What if I put the panties in the box? Why would that work? But okay, sure.
I tucked the bright red panties in the empty box.
You guys definitely have a Panera Bread here. I am not a fan of Panera Bread. Ironically, the bread isn't particularly good.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
That is not true. Now I'm just lying to them.
I'll give them to him.
What do you do for entertainment here in the jungle?
We make documentaries. Me and Tabtic, we've appeared in 7 TV films and an article in National Geographic.
The shaman was pretty mad about those panties.
What the
Well, I didn't mean to offend him.
You didn't. He was disappointed that they didn't fit.
Alright, what else can we stuff in the box? I guess put the little cursed statue in there?
Not such a good...
Alright, that won't fit. Didn't like the panties.
I don't...
What about a poison dart?
That isn't it.
What about a newspaper article?
Nope.
The hell are we supposed to give this guy?
I don't...
Alright, guys. It's worm time.
That isn't it.
No, it wasn't worm time? Okay. Panties, the lipstick. Is this guy just like a crossdresser? Oh my god, we're giving him the lipstick. Alright.
I put the lipstick in the box.
Should be called Panera Salad. Or Panera Soup, or Panera Sandwich, just like anything but bread. Your ethno-state Indian reservation needs some diversity, bigots. I'm here to stay. I've hired some real Indians.
I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
Panera Bread is literally cafeteria food. Yes, it is,
I'll
actually.
give them to him.
The soup comes in like a big, like, it's frozen and it's in like a big plastic bag, and then they just throw it in a big machine to heat it up, and that's how they serve it.
The shaman kept your gift of wax. He was pleased with it.
Camino and
Can I go
Saber
see him
Tart?
now? He wasn't that pleased.
God, how many things do I gotta give this guy? Give him the cone.
That was...
Give him the worm.
Combine
the worm with the panties.
That isn't it.
Combine the panties with the cone.
I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do.
George needs to be integrated in this village because the natives are too lazy to work 80 hours a week. Exactly. Is there anything I can click on around here? I can go this way. Okay, cool. Let's go. Can I leave? No? Alright. Let's see. Is there anything that's like 1 pixel wide that I can touch? What if I talk to this guy specifically? Ugh. Alright, what are we doing here?
I didn't think that...
Let's wrap this in paper.
Wrong.
George is very sassy for someone who doesn't help you figure anything out.
No, that's wrong.
I gotta Kieran, what are you doing back in the chat? I am combining, okay?
I'd better think this.
Combine this. Okay, now, it wouldn't let me do it before, but now I can.
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box.
Now, this'll be the thing. This'll finally be the thing. The lipstick didn't do it, the panties didn't do it, but this'll be it. I'm 100% positive.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
These guys are in good shape, though, I gotta say.
I'll give them to him.
His specificism keeps him like, yeah, he's always like, oh man, I'm so tired, and then he's in the group chat like 3 hours later.
The shaman wants to talk to you. I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
Alright, we made it. We can proceed with the game. Woohoo! I know this game's like a mile a minute, so you guys gotta like... You guys are probably like on the edge of your seats. Oh, we got a bunch of people I can show my worm to. Nice.
That man wasn't the one I'd come looking for.
Not this fat lady.
That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village. Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Please, sit down.
So anyway, I've got this worm.
Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the Coyote Stone to this village.
Hey, baby. Want to see my worm? Right now we're in... Oh, we're not inside. It's just zoomed in a bit.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Uh-oh.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my
Jesus.
reckoning. All conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There's time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Tell me about the root.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
Many years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by...
Isn't that
Deceit.
the girl with the giant
His
giant
enemy,
titties from
Tezcatlipoca,
Dragon
took
Maid?
his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great...
Where's Conan? He's not in the
they
chat.
knew
He'd
he would not
be all
remain
over this
trapped
stuff.
forever. incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the Fifth Age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time.
The smoking
But before
mirror.
the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
Okay. Is this supposed to be him?
Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man. Suppose I was to swallow it, hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
What then, huh?
And you would
What
see
then?
that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
Roasted. All right.
There's an
It's about the
of
eclipse,
sun
right?
Very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the Fifth Age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return. But I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected. What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Quaramonte City. Only one stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers. The Jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the Coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Didn't he call it the Wolf Stone earlier? Maybe I'm mishearing things.
Tell me more about the Jaguar stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of Quaramonte was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, a man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar stone.
Where is the Jaguar stone?
I guess we have to go through every single dialogue option before we can get out of here.
Draco took it back to his homeland across the Great Sea.
To England. Tell me more about the Eagle stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up.
Final Fantasy VIII reference? Huh?
The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Where's the Eagle stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
What
This
do I
is
do
that
when I
island.
find the stones?
Bring them here to me, and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Give me the damn root, old man.
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life.
Well, you're the one who made me listen to this whole spiel.
Sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome. but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
Ooh, George is gonna have a bunch of kids. Nice. Good for him. Oh, we didn't get to see it. That's a bit of a
I
letdown.
left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze.
Oh, he did do something.
It's just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was younger. Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
Why don't we save, because that was a long section. Alright, we gotta delete. We gotta delete the block. Save. All right, let's get back to it. I still got a bit more time, so we can keep going for a bit. Wake your fat ass up, Nico. We got stones to find. I guess we'll talk to him first. He probably knows how to use the root, I guess.
I've got the root, Hubert.
So what are you waiting for? Give it to the gal.
Right.
Okay, thanks for nothing, I guess. Eat it.
Nico, I've brought you this root.
Oh,
No way was she going to be able to chew the root.
Alright, we need a
I to
blender.
deliver the antidote in a more digestible form.
So the next puzzle is making a smoothie. Alright, we got this.
I thought it best not to defile the altar while Hubert was looking after Nico.
I'll do it later, though, because I'm a jerk. Let's take a look. Let's look into our inventory real quick. I heard you have 5 kids.
The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you?
Look, Hubert, having an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
It's that damned monkey dance that led me astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget.
I mean, you saw it. Alright, let's see. Can I take that jug? No, it doesn't look like it. Gotta be something in here I can use. Like a little container or something. Alright, let's get to the root of the problem.
That wouldn't work.
I'm just gonna mash things together until it works.
No.
Put a worm on it.
Not such a...
Okay, well, that was useless. Okay, let's go find something. The music is a little grating. I apologize. Alright, we got water. What if I use the water? What if I put the root in the squasher? My little squashy device.
The stones were too heavy to...
I wasn't gonna turn them by hand. Oh, well, that was correct. I'm so smart. I've got all your tricks down, Broken Sword 2.
The juice from the root was soaking into the ground.
Okay, so now I need a container. I feel like I could use this, though, right? I knew it! Again, I'm just like a genius. I'm like 300 IQ. I'm amazing at this stuff.
Ideal as a makeshift container.
I don't know if I'd call it ideal. This is a needlessly complicated way of mashing a root into a liquid.
It collected in the cone.
But, I mean, I guess it is an adventure game. They're kind of famous for that. Alright, we got our little cone. I'm not going to be able to climb the ladder while I'm holding the cone. Oh, okay, good. I was really worried that there was going to, like, be another step in this process.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
Nico.
Wake up, Swarthoid. Got some dirt water for you to drink.
This. Just swallow it down.
So true. Absolutely.
Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other two stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, just about?
Just more crazy adventures, lady.
The patient is sounding more like her old self already.
Nico recovered quickly from her fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I traced the pirate ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean.
That's the picture I've been using for a bunch of shit
to a
posts.
place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
I like my girl's a little chubby like Nico. Yeah, she's practically obese. Alright. Let's do another save since we made it to the next section of the game. I'm sure this is like killing Evan. That I'm playing like a point and click instead of like some shooter or something. Don't worry. We're going to be playing like a 70-hour RPG after this. I see my Tekken 3 file. I don't know where my copy of Tekken 3 went. Talk to this guy.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing? Yeah, that's right. My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Kvetch's Landing?
And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know.
That's the same voice actor as
Yeah,
Dwayne.
right. What brings you here, anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century...
Hold it. The stones have been lost for 300 years?
Approximately.
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
A wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich.
You
Listen, I
subbed
got
for
work
Retro
to do,
Edge Kino,
okay?
and this is what it's come to. It is a little edgy, and it is very
An
retro.
article about a total eclipse of the sun.
Oh, yeah? Listen, I don't want to be rude, but it just comes naturally. I really don't care.
Evan watching me play this, am I
Catch you
right?
later, Bronson.
Am I right, chat? Alright, Action Bronson, I'm gonna fuck around with your camera now. 'Cause fuck you, I'm George Stobart, I do what I want. World-traveling adventurer. Indiana Jones if he was actually cool. I need to find some purified, unadulterated Edge Kino. I have plenty. Oh, there's something shining over there. What's this? It's a net. It's a tiny net.
I didn't want a fishing net.
Why? That would actually be useful. Why wouldn't you want a net? Oh, let's talk to this. Oh, this is it! This is the worm! Alright, where's my worm? Well, I guess I gotta talk to him first. But Kieran said something about this kid fishing with a worm, so this has gotta be it. This is the iconic worm moment.
You want to buy some fish?
That's a kid.
I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means, well, it's...
Doom 3. Look at that face.
No school today?
No, sir.
Do not have school in third
About
world
your
countries.
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill.
It's his house up on the hill.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
Worm Odyssey, yeah.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
You gotta find the
Miss
gilfs.
Frank and Miss Nina Ketch.
Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
So she's a descendant of him.
It's Bronson. Him of the plans for redeveloping the museum.
I've got some interesting Edge Kino I could show you, Evan. I think you'd like it.
The man's a crook.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
He had penis lengthening
Anything about
surgery.
Pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
Do you know anything about a forthcoming eclipse?
No, but that explains why the weather's about to get real bad.
Rio, it's a beautiful day. There's no more than a whisker of cloud in the sky.
Trust me, man, it's going to get real bad.
That subtitle is not what he said. Alright, I'm giving him a worm. Hey kid, want a worm?
What you got there?
I didn't think the kid would be interested in that.
That's a lie! That's a lie! Kieran lied to me. I thought the worm was pivotal to my progress through the game. He bullshitted me. I could do something with a camera. What if I put a poison dart in the lens so that when the guy looks in it, he gets stabbed in the eye and dies? Some of that good, Edge? Define good. I actually have 2 of the OG God of War games in my backlog that I want to stream, just because I've never beaten them. I see that little, like, thing up here. I'm sure I'm going to have to grab that. You want a worm, man.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stobart. Would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea.
Look at this cat. Look at that cat picture. That's pretty cool.
Is that your cat?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It's Ruddles. Do you like cats, Mr. Stobart?
Say yes.
I love them. They're so cute with their claws and their little puckered butts.
Aren't they, though? Don't encourage him, Mina.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobart.
Atomic Heart 2 looks better than
Are
what?
you interested in history?
Oh, yeah, Gears Reloaded. Well, I mean, I already have Gears 1 on the Xbox. I don't even need Reloaded. I'm just going to say yes. I wasn't paying attention to what she asked.
You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and...
Someone look up if John Hawkins was a real person. I need to know if Charles Cecil is pulling this out of his ass or not.
See the shores of England again.
How come Ketch never made it home?
Because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men with no shirts.
You have to
Black
understand,
men.
Mr. Stobart, that this was the 16th century.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ? In my book, that makes him a hypocrite. What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
We should all do a Helldivers 2 session. I don't actually have a copy of that.
To this very house.
The Frederick Ketch
Is it free to play? I'll play it.
Museum.
Is it true Frederick Ketch was a pirate?
We've already established that, George.
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate.
He's a privateer, which is totally different.
They hanged him, you know, down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with a trial, just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
Well, if he wasn't a pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure, green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see.
Ah, I knew it.
With great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money. Trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque. And hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy...
Aren't we all
enemies
Jesus'
of the
slaves? No.
The
Not how it
difference
works.
between a lawful privateer and a pirate.
I mean, if you're Calvinist, that is actually how it works.
Sorry,
But
Frost.
Calvinists are
Well,
weirdos.
why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate.
But he did show them his letter of marque.
But they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
So anyway, the black kid down on the beach.
The little fisher boy?
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobart.
You like 300 hours in Helldivers 2? I can't remember the last game I put that much time in.
Maybe?
Maybe Warriors Orochi 3?
And living with one hand on the top.
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well, once upon a time, he and Emily...
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
Who's Emily?
What can you tell me about Emily?
I want to know all about this person.
Emily, what business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
It's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family and... I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
I mean, that's a pretty normal response. He's just like, oh, tell me more about your 8-year-old granddaughter. I want to know all about her. Alright, let's talk to the cat. I'm done talking to the old ladies.
Hi, Puss. Want to play? Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws.
Okay. I want that, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get it.
I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
Excuses, George. Hey, I'm gonna fuck around with your ladder now. Hope you don't mind.
The ladder extended easily.
Apparently they don't mind. Okay, let's go up the ladder.
You there? What are
Oh,
you
they do
doing?
mind. Never mind.
Pardon me, ladies. I was just going to climb your ladder. I'm helping Bronson.
Oh, you're not like him, are you? He's very polite. Isn't
Okay, I'm just lying. Okay.
he? And he has dimples when he smiles.
Alright, so let's go up the ladder.
Down.
What? I already lied to you.
Sorry.
What is that thing anyway? I want. I mean, you just investigate further.
The flagpole had some sort of technical gadget on the end.
Alright. Gotta find a way to get these hoes out of here. Can I go this way? That's it? That's as far as I can go? What if I show them the worm? Look at this. Look at my worm.
They wouldn't appreciate it.
They just wouldn't get the worm, man. You want my stupid statue?
They wouldn't appreciate it.
Yeah. They don't women don't get the urge to collect figurines.
The window was locked.
Let me in. I need to find your 8-year-old granddaughter.
It was a closed window.
All right. Cat, here's a worm. Eat it.
The cat looked at me as if to say, "Why have you brought a dead worm halfway around the world?" I had no answer.
The default machine gun is one of the funnest guns in any game. I'll be the judge of that, because one of my favorite machine guns in any games are, well, the STA-52 in Killzone 1, the default assault rifle in Lost Planet, and I'd probably have to think on that a little more. There's probably some more. I mean, the Lancer in Gears of War is awesome. Alright, let's talk to the kid. Maybe now we can give him the worm. The worm would surely be, like, decomposing to some extent by now, right?
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Everyone is asking George a very reasonable
A
question.
descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah.
Heavy machine gun, metal slug.
Why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
Now, if only the rest of the country thought that way. Oh wait, this isn't America. Whatever. Screw you, kid. I'm trying to give you a worm. It would be very valuable to you. Oh, maybe I could distract them by telling this guy to go talk to them. Heads up now, I can die here. I'm blocking a shot.
What are you doing with the theodolite?
Surveying the old house. I got great plans for this place.
Spoilers, Karen!
Oh, yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you see?
Paradise.
I see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobart, I'm what you might call a man of vision. I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here, with that house. Say, was that kid giving you trouble?
The Fisher boy? No, he was very polite.
Ha! He's a juvenile delinquent. I suppose he told you I was a crook.
Oh, no, he's a good kid. He'd never say anything like that.
Sure he would, the little punk.
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way. What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
You have?
Sure. I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers.
There's a chance when you meet her that the first couple frames her models kind of see-through, so she's a ghost?
Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Horse shit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear?
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful.
Tell me more about your
How
weird
do you
camera.
survey a house like that?
I put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on the house. I sight on it from various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
Ooh, he got credential
See you later,
checked.
Watson.
Surveyor here, that's not how it works. Wait, I'm looking at your plans. Hold on.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Hey, get out of there.
You know, wherever I go, I hear those words. Paris, Syria, Ireland, or Spain makes no difference.
Oh, I
What do you
forgot you go to
think you're
Spain.
doing?
First game.
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
I'm going to wait for him to go back to his little camera, and then I'm going to look at his plans. Give him a second. Here we go. Here we go. Fuck!
I just had...
Hey,
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go fuck with your camera instead then. Asswipe. I wonder if there's anything I can do to screw with his camera. Hey, stop fucking with my camera. What can I stick on the camera? Put the panties on his camera. Wait for him to move away. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, we'll go back up to talking to the old ladies. Alright. I gotta do something to distract these old ladies. Get them the hell out of here so I can screw around with their house.
There was nothing else I wanted to...
Right, there's nothing else I wanted to ask the sisters. So if there's nothing I want to ask them... What if I kill their cat with a poison dart? That would be cool, right?
It would have been pretty cool to drug the cat. But I didn't have the heart. And besides which, those sisters would kill me.
I take the cat's ball. Give me the ball.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Here, cat, have some panties. He doesn't want the worm. He doesn't want the panties. If I give him this piece of paper. I want that. Let me get it.
I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
Ladies won't talk to me anymore. I throw the dart at it.
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
What if I throw a rock at it? Of course.
Nah.
How do I get this ball? Missing something.
The ladder reached all the way up to the flagpole. I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Oh, sorry, my back is getting a little stiff. The branch behind the lady on the left. Are you serious? There's like a little branch that I didn't notice.
I couldn't think of any reason to climb the tree.
I gotta grab these fruits.
I couldn't think of any... A large tree stood beside the house, with a suggestive U formed by the branches. I couldn't think...
Okay. What if I put panties on it, though? Interesting, interesting. Hey, lady, what's in the tree?
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the sisters.
Let's see, what haven't I touched? What have I not touched? I'm not trying to climb the tree. I'm just looking at the branch. One must understand that this was peak gameplay on PC in the 90s.
I couldn't think of any... A large tree stood beside...
I don't have the item yet. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back downstairs. Let's go talk to the kid. Surely he will help me. He will solve all my problems, because everyone hates him, so he probably hates them back. Can I take this net? I want to take the net. I feel like I should be allowed to.
It was a net.
Give me the net. You never know when you're going to need it.
I didn't want...
George just stuck weirder things in his pockets. He's still got the dead worm in there. Ooh, look, a boat. I actually haven't interacted with the boat at all.
I didn't know the first thing about sailing a dinghy. It was a seaworthy little craft, in bad need of a coat of paint, but spotlessly clean and maintained.
Alright, kid, help me out here. Oh, okay, we got some more dialogue options. Nice.
I think Bronson is trying to cheat those sweet, vulnerable old ladies.
That's a little unfair, isn't it?
Okay, he's trying to cheat those seriously demented, poisonous old ladies.
You have to admire his acumen.
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to drown me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
Kid takes me to Zombie Island from the Scooby-Doo movie? What if I fuck around at the sail?
I wasn't going anywhere in that boat without Rio to sail her. It was a seaworthy little craft, in...
Alright, let's... So we got a little bit more dialogue out of him. Anything over here? I haven't seen anything. Let me show him my worm. Look at this. Look at my worm, buddy. And then let me take your plans because I showed you my awesome worm. Get back over here. I'm trying to show you my worm.
He wouldn't have wanted that.
Damn it, George.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Look at this. This will distract him.
He wouldn't have wanted that. Catch you later, Bronson.
Here, I'm going to poke around a little bit up the stairs one more time. But then I gotta get cooking dinner. So let's poke around a little bit more. All right, let's see. Let's fuck with this cat a bit. What random item in my pocket have I not tried to give to the cat? Look at this ancient stone that I need to save the world.
I doubted the cat would have salient remarks to make on a Mesoamerican artifact.
Well, clearly it did. So shut up, George. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. Take the panties.
Hey, cat, want to play with this little doll?
No, he's not interested. Have I tried to enter the house?
It wasn't exactly enthralled at coming face to face with the great god Tezcatlipoca.
All right, let's go in the house. If I can.
It was locked.
The house is closed.
Why, though? Let me in.
How come?
It is undergoing refurbishment.
Oh, of course. This must be the place Bronson's surveying.
The intention is to prepare the museum for the new century. The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum. It would look nice in neon.
A museum for a pirate? There was a stony silence.
As I have already told you, sir, he was not a pirate. It's precisely this sort of vile misrepresentation that Mr. Bronson is seeking to rebalance.
Oh? How?
Mr. Bronson has kindly agreed to undertake the museum's refurbishment at a very reasonable
They
price.
should let me talk now. Examine the flagpole, then back to Rio.
The importance of a sense of history.
Funny. That's not the impression I got of Bronson at all.
He also understands spherical geometry.
Mina?
These wacky old ladies.
Listen, ma'am. I came a long way to visit this place.
If we make an exception in your case, everyone will want to get in.
Pardon me, but I didn't exactly have to fight my way through the crowds.
You're the second visitor we've had today.
No, I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
Simply impossible. Right, let's try talking to them again. Let me in, you old bat. I want to play with your cat.
You're really fond of that cat, aren't you?
He is our companion and our solace.
I thought about catnapping the little monster until they let me in, but it wasn't my style.
That is not true. That is exactly
Maybe there
your
was some
style.
other way I could use their affection for the cat to get me into the house. Okay, it was time for diversionary tactics. I thought I saw a little girl down on the beach.
You must be mistaken.
He must be mistaken. Mustn't he, Frost?
I'm sure I'm not. A little girl and that young fisher boy.
What? It's not possible. What were they doing?
Other kinds of things that all little boys and girls get up to at their age.
When I was a little girl, we used to play cows and milkmaids.
Woe betide you if you're lying to us, Mr. Stewart. Heaven help you.
What are they going to do? Attack me? It's going to take them half an hour to get down there. Every time I look at this scene, I'm impressed by how little is happening. Look, the cat is playing with a ball. I do want to play that Blade Runner game. I think my local GameStop has a copy.
Tree, the sisters sailed majestically over the distant horizon.
Alright, and now I will grab something off the tree, right? Alright, I can't. Okay, so,
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Alright, can I move the ladder now? The panties on there.
Maybe in my high school days, but not now.
I gotta get the cat to give me the darn ball, though. Back down, George. Sure, we have something in our inventory we could use.
Hey, cat, want to play with this?
I already tried that, but I don't think it's gonna work this time. I don't feel as bad about telling you what to do in Mass Effect now.
The great god.
I wrap it in the panties.
That
was no good.
That...
Cat, play with this paper. Give me the ball already. Can I poison the cat now that they're gone?
It would have been pretty cool, but I didn't have the heart.
Let's, the door's locked, but can I sneak into the window?
It was a closed window.
Yeah, thanks, George. I established that.
The window was locked. The windows were way out of reach.
Well, not anymore.
If I could get up to them, maybe...
All right, let's do it. Let's go in the window. If it'll let me.
Just my luck. I'd struck out again.
Fuck.
The windows were all locked. I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare.
Hold on. Oh, you said go back to Rio. Sorry. It's very slowly back down the ladder. Come on, George, let's move. I just want to get to the next area before I call it for the night. Where did the old ladies go? I sent them down to yell at him.
Can you let me have a fish, kid?
I thought you said you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For the old ladies? Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
No, it's for their cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
Get a worm.
I can pay you. I've got Quaramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
Okay, let's try this.
Will you give me a fish if I give you these, Rio, are these ugly, tasteless nylon panties worth a fish?
No, man.
Fuck!
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bits. How did it die?
I think it drowned in tequila.
Just like my Uncle Gabriel. Yeah, I'll have that.
So he doesn't actually want anything? He's just gonna use the worm?
Okay, I'll get you a fish. It might take a while, though.
Okay. Do we just wait, I guess? Sure. Alright. I'll be back. You can't trade him a fish for some women's underwear. That's not true. Why does George like walk all the way to the other side of the screen? It's so weird. Walk off screen and back. Okay, I don't want to talk to him, George. I changed my mind. Go away. Let's just go up the stairs and back. Yeah, let's see if we can skip the transition, because Kieran said you could in the chat. Oh, you can! Oh my god, why couldn't you have mentioned that sooner? Holy crap, that would have saved us so much time. This way, George. In Japan, you can get fish and women's underwear in the same vending machine. We call that a little oopsie.
I wasn't going...
I don't want to talk to the boat. I want to talk to the boy. I want to talk to the child.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. Oh, I know all about Mr. Bronson's plans.
Well, Kieran lied to us again, guys. This guy can't help but spit straight fibs. Does Bronson have anything new to tell us? Oh, George is going to walk over here first, and then he's going to walk over to him. Talk again? Keep talking, guy. You're going to just dig yourself deeper. Never mind, Bronson. Action, Bronson.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Jesus doesn't like when you
Just
fib.
come by here.
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they're gone by.
I'm not a
Well,
fibber. I don't believe
thought
you
were playing with
anymore.
Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily, you're madder than them.
Give me the fish.
No luck with the fish?
No, man. They don't want bites. That's 'cause they know there's a storm brewing.
Listen, kid, that's not how fish work, okay?
Storm.
Fish are hungry all the time. They always want to bite.
Hey, I got a bite.
You have?
It's a big one. A real big one.
Reel him in, Rio. Jeez, it must be a whale or something.
Keep talking until I get the fish? Oh, I plan on it.
Rustiest whale I ever see.
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe you better change
Keep talking until I get... I mean, that's how these kinds of games work. Is you just gotta keep talking over and over again. Any luck in the last 10 seconds?
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Hey, I'm waiting on you. Fucking do it. That's so unhinged. You just like have to talk to him 3 more times.
There's your fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
Oh my god, that's so horrible that you did that. The guy who had a worm in his pocket for like weeks. Give me that wheel.
The only serviceable part of the bicycle's wreck was a rubber inner tube. You just never know when you're going to need stuff like that.
But we won't take the net? Okay, let's get out of here. We got the fish. I got a fish. Would you like to make a wish? I don't know how people stream all day, man. Like, I'm getting, like, cramped up in this office chair. Maybe I need a professional gamer chair.
Okay, Cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish.
Hell yeah.
The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
No. Don't give me the solution.
I wasn't going to risk...
Right, I'm gonna go ask that kid for another fish. Thank God for the skip George walking option. I have an idea. Could be wrong. Can I skip George walking? No. Maybe there would be like a run button. Give me another fish, kid.
There was nothing else on the bicycle.
There's your fish, my man.
He's just gonna keep giving them to me. Cool. I mean, you know, that's food, but... Cool, very generous of him. Oh, and all I had to offer him was a worm. Alright, up the stairs, George. Let's go up the stairs. I have an idea. Right, where's the fish button? I'm trying to pull up my inventory. Don't give it to the cat or you'll be in... No, I'm not giving it to the cat. I'll put it on this tree. Or I'm going to put it on the flagpole. I don't know.
I couldn't reach it.
Let's climb up. Let's see if we could do that. Or maybe I gotta hang it from the tube. I don't know. I gotta do something weird with it, because this game has a real... The solutions in this are a lot less obvious than the first game.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. What if I put this tube up here? Okay, that was correct. Alright, Eli, don't worry about it. We're wrapping up soon. Thanks for chilling for so long.
I'd have to do that from the ground.
Oh my god, George, you're so petty. Okay.
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hope it didn't give itself a cardiac.
Alright. We have achieved the ball. Now, I have another plan. I'm not sure if it's correct. I have to put this up here? No, George, no! George, what are you doing?
I didn't want to risk the wrath of that vicious animal by putting my...
Okay. You know, I'm going to put it on the tree, because I think that's what Kieran was hinting at. Right?
I couldn't think of any... I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush...
I got to throw the ball at it?
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock them off.
George, it is a rubber ball. What the hell are you talking about? You don't have the throwing strength.
I didn't want to risk...
Need something to launch it from the tree. Oh. Okay, hold on. I bet I have to use the panties.
Wrong.
Okay. Hold on. Maybe I need to get my rubber hose back.
I didn't want to risk...
Knock it down. Give the cat the fish. Oh, look at that. The fish is all bloody. He's not eating that one nearly as fast. Use the coal before I use the ball? Okay. Kieran and his broken sword Easter eggs over here. Always with the Easter eggs. He had to show me the talking goat. Alright, we're making an impromptu slingshot. Classic. That's exactly the first thing that I would have thought of.
I put my lucky lump of coal in the catapult. Took aim. No! My lucky piece of coal vanished into the distance. It looked like it was going into orbit.
Alright then. George, there's no way that you couldn't just throw the fucking ball. Or just throw something heavier than the ball.
The ball in the catapult.
Is this like the regular throwing strength of anyone from California?
Yes! Okay, so it was a lucky shot. But I'd knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
And now I get to look at his plans.
What the hell's going on here?
Hi, Bronson. Nice to see you, too.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this, and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah? Fine. I'll be waiting.
Okay, so I should be able to go down and steal his plans now. Down we go. Come on, George, let's hustle it up a little bit. Gimme. Come on.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Okay.
Hey! Get away from there, right now!
What the hell, George?
And stay out!
Well, I want to do it anyway. I'm gonna try again.
I just had...
Oh, is he just gonna show up every time and yell at me every time I try to? Okay.
Hey! And stay out!
I have to move the ladder. So I have to, like, cripple a guy for life? Okay. Sure, why not? It's the logical thing to do. George is, like, evil. He's evil maxing in this game.
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
Ah, hit him with the zinger, am I right?
Kill you for this, Stobart! Get me down from here!
Bro, it's like a 3-foot fall, you'll be fine.
You can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson.
I felt a little guilty about leaving Bronson up there. But not much, obviously.
Well, maybe like a 5-foot fall. I think, like, I don't know, I'm stealing this. This is mine now.
The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things.
Thanks, idiot.
It wasn't going to be much use without the theodolite, though.
I'm going to steal all of your things. And look at his plans. Let me steal those first. Then we'll steal his camera. I don't know what a theodolite is. I'm going to look that up after this, because that's a weird-ass word.
With Bronson out of the way, I could finally get a clear look at the plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me. But one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise.
Give me that. Am I going to put this in my pocket? I am going to put this in my pocket. Wow. Very impressive. Alright, the old ladies are back. So now I can convince them to let me in the house, I assume.
You there? Why is Mr. Bronson hanging from that flagpole?
He climbed up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man! Quickly, before he falls!
Should I help him? I guess I'll let him down. You know what? No. I'm gonna show them the plans first.
Here, Bronson's plans.
This means nothing to me.
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say, you better not be telling me I gotta go find this lady's fucking glasses next.
Man is planning to build a huge hotel. Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate trick stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I could tell it was the lady from the hotel in the first game, for sure.
Come, Nina. Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata.
We are going to make you disappear.
Yes,
Cave Canum.
kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Looking at something else, why is he hanging from the flagpole?
Eject!
We stole the we stole the ladder out from under him.
Crazy old bat.
How dare you! Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Yeah, as a bedbug.
Stab him.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing this scoundrel. Mina, the lock.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobart, be a pal. Get these harpies off me.
You threatened to murder me. Why would I do that?
Ooh.
Nah, just gonna go inside. Okay, sure, why not? Leave him. Sorry to leave you hanging,
While
buddy.
George was basking in the sun-drenched Caribbean, I went to London. It was a long shot, but I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British Museum.
Alright, we made it to the next area, so that's a good time to call it. Actually went on way longer than I expected. So let me just save the file. Man, that section took a while. But we'll do a little more. Hopefully we'll have time to do it this week. And then after that, it's after we beat this game, it's Mass Effect 3 time. We're finally gonna see if it's possible to get a decent ending in Mass Effect with only 3 living crew members. Who knows? Maybe I'll pull it off. But thanks everyone. There's only it says I only have 4 people left, so that's you, Evan. That's probably Kieran, maybe Wayne, maybe Bill. I'm not sure. But the 4 of you who stuck around to get this far, thanks so much. I'll definitely be back. We gotta finish it. I don't care if you guys aren't loving the Broken Sword. I promised Kieran I'd play it, and I gotta finish it. So it's gonna happen. So thanks again for sticking